Shalom. Shalom. First off, I'd like to say Brakfar Yahweh Shemashai. Double honors to the elders and apostles of GreatMillStone that rule well. Blessings and salutations to the elect worldwide, preaching the gospel of spirit and truth. The prophets that are in the highways and byways. Blessings unto them. And may the Lord have mercy upon all that's a part of the elect, the 1/3, men, women, and children destined to repent. You so-called Negroes, so-called Latinos, Native Americans, Hispanics, and those that are scattered throughout the whole earth, no matter how you look like, you are the biblical Israelites according to the Bible. And your God is the God of Israel, whose name is Yahweh, and the Son's name is Yahweh Shai. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 11, and basically the topic is about that the Most High, who everyone calls God, he didn't want everybody to come together. Rather, he wanted every nation, every race of people to be divided and separate, to inhabit their own lands and to have their own inheritance. Yeah, that's how the Lord wanted everything, because he chose a selected nation, which is the nation of Israel, which is you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Hispanics of today. Yeah, and he chose them to be a great people to worship him, man, in spirit and truth, which we're going to go into. But let's just go from the beginning. This is Genesis 11 from the top. And the whole earth was of one language and of one speech. So everybody spoke one language, man. Yeah, and that language was Hebrew, which comes from one of the sons, I believe of Shem. It's like I believe Shem, or even going back to Seth, was one of the sons for the descendants was Ibar, man, which means from the past, beyond the past, from the past, which is Hebrew. Yeah, that's the language that they were speaking, which the word Hebrew goes back to. Yeah, verse 2. And it came to pass as they journeyed from the east that they found a plain, and there you go, man. Journey from the east. Basically, mankind came from the east, man. Adam and Eve made eastward in the Garden of Eden. Because the so-called white man, Esau, the devil, likes to say that life came from Africa. No, man, it came in the Middle East, fertile crescent, man. Yeah, they found a plain in the land of Shinar, and they dwelt there. And they said one to another, "Go to, let us make brick and burn them thoroughly." And they had brick for stone, and slime had they for mortar. And they said, "Go to, let us build us a city and tower whose top may reach unto heaven, and let us make us a name, lest we be scattered abroad upon the face of the whole earth." So even back then, people, the heathens, the nations, they wanted to come together, which is now in this society, starting with the so-called white man, who's Esau, the devil. He's trying to gather all nations, especially with his empire of America. America is known as the Great Melting Pot, where many nations and races dwell or go into that land to try and get a so-called advantage in life. Yeah, Esau, so-called white man, he's trying to use the same concept as it was in the Tower of Babel, man. Yeah, which is confusion. He wants that new world order, which concludes what a government overall. Yeah, with Esau being the head of that, the so-called white man. All religion to become as one, which is confusion. How are you gonna put Christianity, Hinduism, and Islam, all of that, Scientology together and accept each other? One group is accepting homosexuality, one group There's atheists, don't believe in the Most High. Another group believes in the feminism. You know, all kinds of madness. Brings confusion. Yeah. Yeah, they want that one currency. That one world currency where they can infiltrate, they can set up that chip, man, which is the mark of the beast, where everyone has to comply to, man, which makes it easier for the so-called white man, Esau, the devil, to control you and monitor you, you know, and to really have your soul, man. Yeah. And the Lord is against all mankind, all nations coming together, man. That's not how he set it up. And it says, and the Lord came down to see the city and the tower which the children of men builded, you know. And the Lord sent down his angels. Verse 6, and the Lord said, behold, the people is one, and they have all one language. And this they begin to do, and now nothing will be restrained from them, which they have imagined to do. You know, basically come together and oppose the Most High in their own philosophy, in their own doctrine, in their own laws, which you're seeing today, man. Yeah, all the laws that they do is contrary to the Bible, especially these so-called countries that are supposed to be so-called God-fearing, man, or a Bible standard country, Christian nation, as they were once known as, which is all bullshit, man. Because the homosexuality and the transgender community, the LGBT community, is in an all-time high rise, man. So it's contrary to the Bible, it's contrary to nature, it's contrary to the Most High God, Yahweh. Yeah, it's wicked. Verse 7, go to, let us go down. So he said, let us go down. So a plural sense, which was the angels, man. The Most High sent the angels to confound them, and they confound and there confound their language, that they may not understand one another's speech. Yeah. And there you have it. Different nations start, instead of speaking one language, they start speaking multiple different languages for each nation, each race. You know, thus is why we have the languages all over the world today, man. But originally we were speaking Hebrew. So the Lord, even back then, didn't want everybody to come together. Yeah, this is the beginning. So now, if the Lord didn't want everybody to come together now, and the Lord don't change, and Esau, the so-called white man, he wants everybody, mankind, to come together, looking like he's an angel or a saint. Yeah, he's going against the Bible. Because the Most High, the Lord, the God Yahweh, the God of Israel, never wanted everybody to be together. Yeah. And he didn't want everyone to be equal too. He set up the nation of Israel to be above all nations, which I'll get. Verse 8, so the Lord Yahweh scattered them abroad from thence upon the face of the earth, face of all the earth, and they left off to build the city. Therefore is the name of it called Babel, or Babal, because the Lord did there confound the language of all the earth. Confound means to confuse. Yeah. And from thence did the Lord scatter them abroad upon the face of all the earth. See? So there you go. This is Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 6. And it says, for thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God. Yeah? Holy means separate, set apart. Yeah? They're not together with other people. They're not one with other people. No, they're separate from other people. Yeah? Holy is opposite of unholy, or darkness, or impure. Yeah. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself. The Lord has chosen the nation of Israel to be a special people unto himself. Now, in order for you to be chosen, then that means that there's other people that are not chosen. That's why there's the word called chosen. Selected, elected. Yeah? You stand out from the rest. You've been picked from a bunch. You've been taken from a group. Yeah? This is special. You know? Like specific. Yeah? It's been distinguished. You know, like you have a species. Yeah, there's animals, but within animals there's different species, different sectors of animals, insects, you know, mammals. There's fishes. There's the cat family. You know, your lions and tigers, your cheetahs, your pumas. You know, they're all animals. Just like all of mankind, all come from Adam and Eve. But the Lord separated the nations, which I'm going to get later on. Yeah, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. So the nation of Israel are above. That's no equality. It didn't say you are equal to every nation of the earth. No, it said you are above all people that are upon the face of the earth. The Lord did not set his love upon you nor choose you because you were more in number than any people, for you were the fewest of all people. But because the Lord loved you, the Lord has never told any other nation that he's loved them, but except for the nation of Israel, which should give you more understanding of John 3:16. Yeah, and many times the elders, the apostles, and brothers in GreatMillStone, the Hebrew Israelites, have explained to you, according to the Bible, that world in John 3:16 is cosmos, man. You can look into it, which is a separate arrangement. In this case, according to the knowledge of the scriptures, is Israel, which, because he would keep the oath which he had sworn unto your fathers, not everyone's fathers, your fathers, have the Lord brought you out with a mighty hand and redeemed you out of a house of bondmen from the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt, which you know the story, the Exodus, which was the deliverance of Israel from the hand of Pharaoh, the Egyptians.